it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. Today's video is my fall home tour. I finally was able to get it finished. And I have been planning to do it this week. And then I saw Daveda post that she was doing a collaboration of fall home tours. So I was actually really glad that I got to participate. I was struggling with my health and just trying to be able to get everything done so that I could film my home tour, and so I'm really glad that I was able to do this. So I will have the information in my description box. Make sure that you check out Daveda's channel. Her name is Daveda Lane, and check out everyone else who's participating in this home tour collaboration. So let's get started, and I'm going to start out in the kitchen and show you all of my fall home decor. I'm going to start off to the right here, and I'm sorry about the lighting. It's actually a really sunny day, so hopefully it's going to show up well. So this is the area above the stove. I just did a little sign, one of those Dollar Tree signs from last year. That's a little better. A couple pot holders, and then I've got a little swag up there, just a store-bought one. And then mostly in the kitchen I just use decorative towels. So I've got this one here that says Be Grateful, and I think I got that at Walmart. And then I've got a few that I kind of scatter on the cabinet handles just to kind of add a little color. And then here I've got my 3-tiered tray that I did for one of the challenges. I really am loving it. I will have an iCard up in the corner. I'm probably going to reference a lot of projects that I did in previous videos. And if you want any additional details, just click that iCard in the upper right-hand corner, and you can check out the video where I did the project and like I said, get some more details that way. So then I'm going to move around this way to this hutch that we have. It's kind of dark in this corner, but I tried it with the overhead light and then it was way too bright. So we're going to try to work with this. So up here on the hutch, I have a little banner that I made several years ago that just says fall, and these little candy corn candles that kind of match. And then I added these fabric covered pumpkins, which I'm actually going to be showing in a video that's coming up in about a week. So if you want more information about those pumpkins, you'll have to come back. And then I've got down here, I just added some little pumpkins into this tray here. I'm sorry, this corner is so dark. And then turning back this way, ooh, that window is bright. I am so sorry. The lighting is just horrible. Right here I've got a garland that I made out of just some leaves from Dollar Tree. And I hot glued them onto a piece of twine, basically. So I've got one on this side, and then I've got two hanging on the other side, and you'll see that better when I show you the dining room. And then heading back this way, this Grateful, Thankful, and Blessed sign came from Walmart this year. I really like that. The colors are really pretty. And then the last piece of decor in the kitchen is on this little table here. I've got that frame, which I keep there all the time, but I rotate out, and I just go on Pinterest and look for free printables for whatever season. So that's one that I found on Pinterest that just says Give Thanks. And then I've got my little, I think we decided that was a cheese dome that I shared in a haul not too long ago. I got it at a thrift store. And I added a few, the glass is glaring. There's a few little leaves and then this white pumpkin. Whoops. And then that little lantern is one that came from Dollar Tree. And then just this little green decor ball. I guess I think it's supposed to be boxwood. So that's everything in the kitchen. Like I said, there's not not a ton of stuff in here. So I'm going to move into the dining room. And again, it's a sunny day. I apologize about the lighting. I'll try to avoid having the light just hit you right in the eyes. So this is my piano. I'm trying to back up and give you a good shot here. And I have this little village that I got at Walmart probably well over 10 years ago, maybe even more than that. And I set that up here. You can see I've got the lights turned on. They're just not showing up really, really well because it's such a sunny day. Not that I'm complaining about a sunny day, but when I'm trying to film a video, it just makes it a little harder. So just kind of showing you a little bit closer what that looks like. And I just love turning these lights on in the evening and sitting in here. Just makes it so cozy. There's not really any other fall decor right here, but I'll just show you. This is the whole little corner here. I'm going to kind of swing around this way. This is my husband's desk, and there's not really much decor there. It's kind of messy. I didn't clean it up very well. But I just have a little swag up there on the top. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to try to show you the table, but the sun, my tablecloth is a mess. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't straighten that. So if you watched, again, I'm going to tag an iCard up in the corner for the video where I made this centerpiece. And if you watched that one, I have to move this, it's bugging me. It's not spaced right. But if you watched that video, I had a different tablecloth on the table and I wasn't really loving it. So I ended up going back to this yellow one, which is actually kind of just my everyday tablecloth. But I thought it set off the colors of the centerpiece really nicely. So I really like how that looks all together. And then I had these candle holders in another area, but I set them there. And then I just put these pumpkins on there instead of having candles, because the candles that went with these stands just didn't look right with everything else. So I just put those pumpkins there. And then moving on up here on the china cabinet, I just put a little piece of garland, not really much in this area, and then a little Dollar Tree sign. And the china cabinet right now has our wedding sort of memorabilia in it. The only time I change that out is at Christmas. Otherwise, that is in there all year. So that is what that looks like. And then coming back to this side, if you saw my video about the lantern centerpiece challenge, you've already seen this area. So I will have an iCard in the corner for that one also if you want to get more details. And I forgot to turn the lantern on. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know that it would show up really well, like I said, right now with the sun. And my little wax warmer over there is now glaring in the camera too. So that's what that area looks like. And then up above, like I said, I've got those leaf garlands that I made. I've got one of those little chalkboards from Dollar Tree. And I still have not got any chalk to write on it. But I've got the chalkboard. And then my stars up there. And now moving right here, this is sort of our entryway table. This area, I actually showed in a couple of different videos. The first one was a challenge where I made this white pumpkin, and I also made the little gold one that's in the corner there, and a gold one in this corner. So I'll tag that video in the iCard. And then I also showed this area when I did the $5 Goodwill challenge. So I will tag that one in an iCard if you want to check that out. But this little area has sort of become like a pumpkin patch. And so I actually took one of the frames in my gallery wall, which is always here, but I changed this one out to a little printable that I found on Pinterest that says pumpkin patch. So turning around to where the front door is, this little stand here is kind of awkward, but this is an antique sewing machine, and I'm actually trying to sell this right now, and I didn't have a place to put it, so I just put it next to the door here. And then I put this little pumpkin topiary, which I made, which I will link an iCard for the video where I made that. And then that give thanks sign, I think came from Dollar General a couple of years ago. Then on the front door is the wreath that I made. And again, there's going to be an iCard for the video where I made this, but this wreath honestly might be my favorite thing that I made this year. I can't stop looking at it. I just love it. So that is hanging on our front door. And then I've got a big mirror here, which is probably going to glare. Try to stand to the side. This area is really dark. Let me try turning on this light. Oh, that's better. Okay. So this little kind of chest here and the matching mirror, I've had that for so long. I mean, probably something like 15 years. But I just love it. And what I've got here is there's a little set of blocks that spell out welcome. I really can't remember where I got those. I've had those for years also. These sweet little pilgrims, I shared those in a thrift haul earlier this year. Then this is just a floral arrangement I did with kind of some extra flowers that I had left from some of my projects. And that turkey, I think I shared in the same thrift haul where I showed those pilgrims. So that's a new addition this year also. And then we kind of move over this way. I've got this chair sitting here in kind of an awkward spot, but this is a project that I'm going to be working on, trying to see if I can recover this chair. So he's just kind of hanging out there right now. That thanks sign, it actually says thanks, but the S is hidden. I made that probably about 6 years ago. I think I made that the first year that my husband and I were married, so about 6 years ago. And then here is my fireplace with the mantle. Yes, I've also done a video on this, so I will put an iCard for that if you want any closer detail on anything. I kind of, in that video, I talk about where I got everything, so I'm not going to go over that right now. And then we move over to this little sitting area here. And you may have also seen this. I did a challenge a couple weeks ago, the Look for Less challenge, where I did that vase right there. So again, I'm not really going to go over in detail everything in this area, but that's what that little spot looks like. Really sweet and cozy. And then I'm going to move over here. Probably edit this out. Okay, so this is one wall of our living room where the entertainment center, and we've got these bookcases. So up on the top of the bookcases are the two arrangements that I made in another video, you guessed it. So there's an iCard where I showed how to make those two arrangements. And then hanging on the wall, I've got that big orange star, which is just beautiful. It's one of my favorite pieces of fall decor. And I bought that when we lived in Iowa at Shopko. But that is just one of my favorites. I think it's so pretty. It's got this really beautiful embossed pattern in it. Just so cute. And then here on top of the entertainment center, I've got a lot of my kind of Thanksgiving decor. Hold on, I've got to turn a light on here. Okay, let's try this again with the light on. So there is my big star. And then, like I said, this is kind of my little Thanksgiving area, although I've got a few things scattered the rest of the house, but this is mainly where everything is. I've got these little teddy bears that are kind of dressed as pilgrims. I've got a turkey that says give thanks, some little turkeys and cornucopias. I've got a big cornucopia that I did. I think I did that last year. I got it at a thrift store, and it had some like ugly fruit and stuff in it. So I just dressed it up with some flowers. I think it turned out really pretty. There's my other little pilgrim bear. And then let me back up and see if I can get a shot of the whole area. See, now that light is glaring. But there's what it looks like. And then I'm going to kind of come over here and show you this side. So on this side, of course, we've got the sofa. And I've got 2 end tables. So here I use these placemats all around the living room. I've got a little floral arrangement, these little acorn plate, and then everything else is pretty much like everyday decor that I have there. So just a few little fall touches. Let me show you the coffee table from here. The table runner that's on here is actually the tablecloth that I had on the dining room table that I didn't really love with that centerpiece. And it was actually too big for my table anyway, so I cut a piece off the end, hemmed it up, and I'm using it as a runner in here. And the colors just go much better in this room than they did in the dining room. So on the coffee table, I've just got a tray with a big candle, another little floral arrangement, and a couple little candles. And then on this end table, basically just the same decor, placemat, the acorn, and the floral arrangement. And then again, in my gallery wall, which is always here, those 2 black frames, I like to change those out seasonally. So that one is a printable I found that says Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And then this one up here is just like a tree with some autumn leaves. Really pretty. And then, I hope you're not getting dizzy. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to edit this so it looks a little better. And then the last thing is just on this little end table here, another placemat, a leaf-shaped plate, and then I've got a candle with some leaves and some other just little decor pieces on this little tiered stand. And that's the living room. So that is the whole home tour, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, because now that we're almost finished with fall, we're going to be heading into Christmas projects, and I'm so excited about it. So I would love to have you subscribe, and you can follow along on the next projects that we do. But thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.